Devotees, as we begin tonight with the Geeta part, first night at the home of the Sukraj family here in MacBean, Couva. Let's all put our hands together, close eyes, focus our mind on the Supreme Lord Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Radharani, Geeta Maiya, seeking their blessings, protection, guidance as we begin tonight's yagna. Hari Om. First we bow to Guru, salutate, we give salutations to Guru, seeking Guru's blessing. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnanam Janashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Kasturi tilakang lalat patale Vakshasthale kaustubham Nasagre varamautikam karatale Venukare kankanam Sarvange harichandanam Sulalitam Kanthe chamuktavali Gopastri pariveshtito Vijayate Gopal Churamani Namah Kamalna Bhaya Namah Kamal Maline Namah Kamal Padaya Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Viradhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvang Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Geeta Dhyan. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayane Nasvayam Vyasena Gaditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadhashadhyayini Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadvesh Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Phular Vindayat Patra Netre Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradeep Prapanna Parijataya Tota Vetra Kapanaye Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Geetamrita Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandana Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Geeta. कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधना वर्तिनी सोत्तीना खलु पांडवै रन नदी कैवर्तकः केशव पाराशर्य वचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थ गंढोत्कटं नानाख्यानक केसरम हरिकथा संबोधना बोधितं लोकेशज्जन षट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुलंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्दरुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैर्वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावसिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, दुर्गा महारानी की जय, राधा रानी की जय, गीता मैया की जय। Hey, those boxes are not on. Oh. Little bit of technical difficulties. We'll get over it. बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। We can do much better. So many of you. Jaykar means glorifying God. We sing in all glories to Bhagwan. Victory, glory. We're supposed to say at the top of our voice. Let's try it again. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. Thank you. Bahut dhanyavad. आदरणीय पंडित जी, प्रिय सज्जनों, श्रोतागण, यजमान, महानुभाव, Reverend Panditji, devout devotees of the Supreme Lord, Shrotas, Jajman, the divine souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Tonight, as I mentioned, we begin in 4 sessions of Geeta, part, and Gaudan. Rabba Sukraj, Sita Sukraj and family. Where's noise coming from? Oh, I have in this Yagana, this 4 sessions of Geeta, Yagana Geeta part, as well as Gaudan, as a way of blessing the whole family, shower and grace, and all of us who are here to witness and to be part of it, shower in the grace upon us also. Let me not forget to mention, to say a special welcome to our viewers and Bhakti TV, especially Facebook and social media, want to say thanks to Pandit Satyananda Maharaj, who was presiding Bedi Puja. He did the Bedi Puja, and we'll be doing that for the rest of the sessions. Who is the producer of Bhakti TV? Thank you very much, Panditji, and all the members of Bhakti TV. As we begin tonight, we'll always like to say, it's customary, we begin with glorifying the Lord. Most important, भगवान का गुणगान करना. खास तौर इस कलयुग में हम और कुछ कर नहीं सकते गुणगान के अलावा. In all the scriptures we are told, especially in this Kalyug, the only thing we can really do in uplifting ourselves is chanting the divine name of the Lord, His glories, with prem, bhakti, love, devotion. I'm going to do a beautiful bhajan written by Jagat Guru Tam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, my Guru, Guru of many devotees here, the Guru of the whole world, Jagat Guru Tam. In his book, Premas Madira, Shri Krishna Madhuri, this pad is chosen. Page 21. If you get the book, you can share. We may not have one for everyone. एक गोपी अपने सखी सहेली से कहती है कि हे सखी देखो श्याम सुंदर झूमते हुए जा रहे हैं. A gopi saying to her intimate friend, hey Sakhi, look, Shyam Sundar Shri Krishna is swaying so beautifully as he walks. He's coming towards us and he's swaying as he walks. Jhumat. Gati madamat gayand lajawat man bhavat brajbam. His walk is so beautiful. The swaying as he walks is so beautiful. It puts an intoxicated elephant to shame. And it steals the heart of all the gopis, all the kahud women of Vrindavan. Jhuki jhuki jhauke khati chandrika, jhuki griva dishibam. So he's swaying so much as he walks. The garland of wild flowers around his neck is also swaying. He has very thick curly hair that is swaying also, and is kissing his lips. It looks like a swarm of bees kissing the lotus flower. And he's bending towards the left side, Dishibam. Why? So Shri Krishna is bent in three places: neck, waist, and ankle. Tibhangi Lal. There's an argument among many that whether he should bend to the left or to the right. When he is standing next to Balram, Baldev Bhaiya, his brother Baldev, he bends to the right, his head. And when he is standing next to Radharani, he bends to the left. Mukh avati puni puni latkari gungurari abhiram. So as I mentioned, the hair is swinging. The chandrika on his crown is swinging also. And is kissing his lotus lip, that here, like a swarm of bees kissing the lotus flower. Murli madhur bajai bulawat lay lay sakhi anam. He's playing the divine basuri, the divine flute. And from it, he's calling the name of each and every gopis. Lalita, Bishakha, Tunga Vidya, etc. Lakhi kripalu anupama chabilajat koti koti shatakam. The Saint Kripalu Mahaprabhu is saying in the words of that gopi who is seeing Shri Krishna, that his beauty is so beautiful that he's put in the most beautiful person in the material world is Kamdev, the god of love. His beauty is put into shame, the beauty of uncountable Kamdevs. We sing this beautiful bhajan. झूमत झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी। झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
अति मद मत गयंद लजावत।
गति मद मत गयंद लजावत।
मन भावत ब्रजबाम देखो सखी।
मन भावत ब्रजबाम देखो सखी।
देखो सखी
देखो सखी।
हाँ देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
झूमत 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 आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
झुकी झुकी झोंके खाती चंद्रिका।
झुकी झुकी झोंके खाती चंद्रिका।
झुकी ग्रीव दिशिवाम देखो सखी।
झुकी ग्रीव दिशिवाम देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
मुख आवती पुनि पुनि लटकारी।
मुख आवती पुनि पुनि लटकारी।
ओ घुंघरारी घुंघरारी अभिराम देखो सखी।
घुंघरारी अभिराम देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
देखो सखी।
झूमत 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 आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
झूमत आवत श्याम देखो सखी।
मुरली मधुर बजाय बुलावत।
मुरली मधुर बजाय बुलावत।
लैल लैल सखिया देखो सखी
ले ले सखियन नाम देखो सखी
देखो सखी
देखो सखी
ओ देखो सखी
देखो सखी
झूमत आवत शाम देखो सखी
झूमत आवत शाम देखो सखी
लखी कृपालु अनुपम छविलाजत
लखी कृपालु अनुपम छबिलाचन
कोटि 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 शतकाम देखो सखी
कोटि कोटि शतकाम देखो सखी
देखो सखी
देखो सखी
देखो सखी
देखो सखी
झूमत झूमत आवत शाम देखो सखी
झूमत आवत शाम देखो सखी
राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे
राधे
राधे
राधे
राधे राधे
राधे राधे राधे
श्री राधे 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 राधे
राधे राधे
ओ राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
कर्मण्य कर्म या पश्येद् कर्मणि च कर्म यः सबुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु संयुक्तः कृष्ण कर्मकृत् राधे 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 गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे
राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे ओ राधे 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 ओ राधे 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 हे राधे 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 हे राधे 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 झूमत आवत शाम देखो बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। कर्मण्य कर्म यः पश्येद कर्मणि च कर्म यः सबुद्धिमान मनुष्येषु संयुक्ता कृत्स्न कर्म कृत। Gita chapter 4 verse 18. भगवान श्री कृष्ण is saying to Arjun कि अर्जुन, जो मनुष्य कर्म में अकर्म देखते हैं और जो अकर्म में कर्म देखता है, वो मनुष्य में बुद्धिमान है और वो योगी समस्त कर्मों को करने वाला है। श्री कृष्ण is saying to Arjun, O Arjun, one who sees a karma in karma, in action, karmanya karma, karmanya akarma, pashed means to see, dekhte hai. So one who sees in action, while doing action there's no action, and one who sees no action while performing action, he is buddhiman, he is very wise among men. He is a true yogi, karma yogi. He understands the meaning of karma yoga. Look, so this is not so easy to understand. How can one see action in inaction? And someone is doing action yet there is no action. Perform an action, karma, but yet there is no action. How is this possible? If we don't understand philosophy, then it becomes something impossible. The Vedas tell us, Mana eva manushyanam karnam bandha mokshayoho. Brahma Bindu Upanishad, second mantra. This mantra also comes in Satkayani Upanishad, Narad Pancharatra, Narad Puran, many scripture, many Ved, many Upanishad. Man, the mind, listen carefully. I know there's a lot of noise coming from the back, but Man, the mind, Ev, alone, Manushyanam, human beings, Karnam is the cause, Bandhan of bondage, Moksha, liberation. In other words, the mind alone is the performer of the action. So one is doing puja, one is doing havan, one is doing pilgrimage, walking along Govardhan, doing parikrama, Govardhan mountain. One is singing bhajan and kirtan, but the mind is somewhere else in the world. Then that is not noted as puja, as worship. Where the mind is, God notes only where the mind is, our thoughts and ideas. He does not note what we do physically, the physical sense organ. This is a mistake we make. And that's why we don't benefit. We are chanting God's name. And the mind is, we're looking, is that fella, what is this one doing? What is she doing? What is he doing? The light is blinking. And we're not concentrating. We have the book, we can see, we heard what the meaning is, but we're not concentrating. And that's just acting. Vyavahat. Acting in the world is okay. But acting with Bhagwan is called Nam Aparad, unpardonable sin. Someone is not doing anything. He goes to the Guru's ashram. He didn't even do pranam, sat down, and somebody's thinking, oh my God, what a sinner, what a crazy man, he didn't do pranam. But Guru is shaking his head. Because in his mind he did pranam. And Guru knows, ठीक किया, he did properly. Because main thing is the mind. Somebody is doing pranam and the mind is anywhere in the world. And Guru looks, hey, Bhagwan. Because Guru knows, the true Guru, this is God is all knowing, all seeing, all pervading. The true Guru, the saint who has attained God, is also all seeing, all knowing, all pervading. We cannot fool God and the saint. We can fool the world. So, he has done pranam in his mind. He goes in the mandir, sits down. Aarti is going on and we are supposed to stand, but this person, something is wrong, they're not well, they're sitting down. But in their heart, they have closed their eyes. They have a most beautiful thali in their hand, beautifully decorated with a beautiful lamp, diya, and they're doing aarti for Bhagwan. They're seeing Bhagwan in their mind, tears is flowing from the eyes. And they're doing aarti. And the one with the thali is running all over. And where's the mind? Somewhere in the world. Physical drill. Somebody is doing jap, chanting the name of God, some mantra on the bead. And he's thinking, oh, I have to go and meet Ramu, I have to go and meet Ramu over there, I have to meet Pradyum, I have to do this. I have to go and buy a 5 pong rice today, I have to go to the grocery. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. In the store, hey, what is the price? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What is your name? He's doing everything, but the mind is in the world. And somebody not even talking is doing job also. But in the mind, Radhe, thinking about God, Hare Ram. So, action in inaction and inaction in action. Because the mind alone is the performer. This is very deep philosophy. Geeta is not just a little katha, a little storybook and just read the line and fly out. It's very, very deep philosophy. Not so easy to understand. You ask someone, how can you have inaction in action and action in inaction? So this is why Shri Krishna is saying, Wahi buddhiman hai. That person is knowledgeable, who knows, who can see that. In other words, a saint, you can see that. Otherwise, can't see. Yasya sarve samarabhaha kama sankalpa varjitaha jnanagni dagdha karmanam tamahu panditam buddhaha. Chapter 4, verse 19, Geeta. Look at this here, very carefully. Kama sankalpa barjita. Kam means desire. Sankalp means having that desire. So people do sankalp, resolution. You know, in the new year, well, when the new year is coming, here in Trinidad, you say Old Year's Night. In other places, New Year's Eve. So people decide to do resolution on that night. And the New Year is coming. So I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm not going to smoke anymore. I'm not going to do this thing. I'll drink the same amount. No more. A lot of people make a lot of resolution, but hardly anyone keeps it. We just say it. It becomes a thing that, this is called sabhyata. To be civilized. That everybody doing something tries to do something too. Everybody go and bow to the Pandit, I bow too. Everybody go and bow to this fellow, I bow too. Sabhyata. Again, this means acting. There's no feeling. So resolving in the mind to fulfill some desire in the world. One leaves varjitaha. Leaves all of that. Yas sarve Samarambha, all these desires. He leaves all of it. और ज्ञानाग्नि दग्ध कर्मणाम. So there's an agni, a fire of knowledge. Gyan agni. Knowledge is a fire also. It burns. Dagdha means burn. It can burn up all the actions, good and bad, from uncountable lifetimes. Knowledge is very important. But not the knowledge we get from reading book. Knowledge given by a true saint. True knowledge. Knowledge of who am I? Am I this body? Am I something else? What am I? Most of us, all of us don't have that knowledge. We may have read in some book and heard somebody say, I am the soul, Atma. I am not the body. But how many of us accept that? To know means to accept. The reason why we have so much problems in the world, the reason why we keep rotating in 8.4 million forms of life is because we don't have that knowledge. We don't know who we are. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Ram.
Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
आकर 4,84,000 योनि भ्रमत यह जीव अविनाश. बोलो
Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Come and play some instrument here. Help out a little bit, Mr. Pradyum. Sitting like a Mahapurush in the back. Bhagwan Shri Ram, in the Ram Gita of the Ramayana, he's saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Akar 4,84,000 Yoni Brahmat Yah Jeev Avinasi. The Jivatma, the soul, who we are. That's who we are. We're not the body. This body belongs to us. Yeah, we say I'm a Trinidadian, I'm a Guyanese, American, I'm a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Jain. I'm a doctor, an engineer, garbage man. I am Ramesh, I am Meera. I'm a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. There's so many titles. These are all titles of the body. If I'm the body, then I'm all those things. But I'm not the body. This body belongs to me. When someone dies, what do we say? Ramesh left the world at 4 o'clock this morning. Ramesh left the world. Ooh. So Ramesh left the world at 4 o'clock. Why is everybody going to see him? Oh, we are going to see his dead body, mati, dirt. How knowledgeable we have become that time. So who is that person who left that body at 4 o'clock this morning? Do you know who that is? No, I don't know. Then you're mad. How do we define somebody as being mad, pagal, insane? He who does not know who he is, who she is, who doesn't know right from wrong, who doesn't know good from evil, real from unreal, who doesn't know who his parents are, doesn't know where his home is. We say he's crazy, mad, insane, put him in a mental asylum, lock him up. That all falls in our category. We don't know who we are. From uncountable lifetimes, we identify with this. We're the soul Atma. And because the desires, looking for happiness in the material world where we cannot find it, we make the decision that Sankalp, I will get happiness in the world. A new house, a new car, handsome boy, beautiful girl, children, big bank balance, you name it. That decision has become very, very firm. If I don't get it today, I'll get it tomorrow, but I will find happiness. To change that decision is impossible for the worldly soul. Only one with true knowledge. I am the soul Atma. I am not the body. The happiness I'm looking for, I'll find only in Shri Krishna, because Shri Krishna is happiness. Raso vai sahara sagvam he vayam labdva nandi bhavati. Taittiriya Upanishad chapter 2 verse 7. The Vedas are saying Shri Krishna is ras, He's bliss, happiness. So I'll find happiness only in Shri Krishna. Then we'll be able to give up all these desires. Sarve. And that knowledge, that true knowledge now will burn. It will, all these actions, good and bad, they get burnt up in the fire of that true knowledge. The true knowledge, when it comes and sits in the intellect. And this only happens through Guru's grace. We don't get knowledge, as I said, by reading book. When we read this book, we only get more confused by ourselves. This is why the Vedas say, Acharyavan Purusho hi Ved. Don't read me by yourself. Tusidas ji says also in the Ramayana. बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई राम कृपा भी सुलभन सोई श्रुति पुराण बाहु कहाहु पाई छुटहि न अधिक अधिक और झाई जय राम श्री
राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्रुति पुराण बहु कहु पाई छूट ही न अधिक अधिक उर्झाई. There's so much contradictions, complications in the scriptures. Tusidas Ji Maharaj says, if we were to read by ourselves, instead of our doubts getting removed, we get more confused. So what to do? Go to the true saint. Sat Sang. Sat means saint. Sang, associate in the right way with a true saint, a true guru. Then we will acquire true knowledge. Guru bin hoi ki gyan. That's why we need guru, to get gyan. But we have to find the true guru, the right guru. We'll hear more about that later on during this yagna. So, that is a truly wise person. He gets free from all this. That knowledge, when it comes, it burns up all the actions. So one who has reached that stage of realizing I am the soul, the Atma, all the actions get burnt up by the fire of that knowledge. That knowledge produces a fire. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava maha दावाग्नि निर्वापनम श्रेयः कैरव चंद्रिका वितरणम विद्यावधू जीवनम आनंदाम बुद्धिवर्धनम प्रतिपदम पूर्णामृतास्वादनम सर्वात्मस्नपनम परम विजयते Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. When we chant the name of the Lord without knowledge, true knowledge will come. But this is what bhajan, kirtan does if done in the right way. Our mind is like a mirror, darpan. It's been covered with a lot of dirt, uncountable lifetime of wickedness, sin, impurities. That when we sing with love, with devotion, it cleans that mirror of the mind of its dirt. Davagni nirvapanam. There's a fire burning inside of us, greed, anger, jealousy, hatred, a forest fire. It cools it down, destroys that. It brings the fire out. Shreyah kairava chandrika vitaranam. It brings a cooling. Like when the beams of the moonbeam will strike the lily and it blossoms. The forest. It brings a cooling in the heart, in the mind. Vidyavadhu jivanam, and true knowledge will start to sprout. True knowledge. So this happens. Tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayah karmanyabhip pravittopi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Chapter 4 verse 20. Tyaktva karma phalam sangam. One who gives up all the fruits of action. Tyaktva karma phalam. Karma phalam. Normally when we perform action, we do it with the hope of getting something. You do puja, people think if I do this puja, I will get this. If I do that, I will get this. I perform action in the world, I'm doing it because I want to get this, I want to get that. So, the true Karam Yogi, who is a true devotee, does not look for the fruit. He performs action not thinking about the fruit. Tyaktva karma phalam sangam or nitya tripto nirashrayah. He's always tripped. Always happy. No matter what happens. Good, bad, doesn't matter. It is not easy to do. When everything is okay and things happen the way we want it, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Jai Ho Durga, Jai Hanuman, Jai Maharaji, Jai Radharani. And when things doesn't happen the way we want, we seem not to get the fruit of what we are doing. We didn't get the job, we didn't get this, we didn't get that. Oh, big problem. No, Nitya Tripto is always happy. Everything he sees grace. We don't know. Look, we have performed uncountable actions. Shri Krishna says in the Geeta, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu bhurmate sangusta karmani. Chapter 2 verse 47 Geeta. I give you the right to perform action. God says, I give you free will. Do whatever you want. Good, bad, mixture, anything. But, ma phaleshu kadachana. I do not give you the right to determine what fruits you will get, the result. Why? He gave us the right to do whatever we want. He should give us the right to determine the fruit too. No. Because if I were to give you the right to determine the fruit, if Bhagwan were to give us that right, we'll do everything wrong and then say, I want good fruit. Shri Krishna says, no. Punyena punya lokam neti papeno papamo bhabhyam eva manushya lokam ved. It's a divine law. You do good actions, you will get good fruits. You do bad actions, you will get bad fruits. Go to hell, etc. Rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. You do neither good nor bad, you will attain moksha. Oh, sorry, you do a mixture of good and bad, you come back in this material world. You do neither good nor bad, you attain moksha, liberation. You go beyond desire for moksha, you attain bhakti, the highest attainment. So we want to do neither good nor bad, but we don't want moksha. We have to do only bhakti. So loving God means for His sake only. I'm not going to do worship Shri Krishna, Radha Rani, Hanuman because I want to get this thing. I want to pass my exam. I want to win the lotto. No, I'm going to do it because I love Hanuman. Because I love Shiva, I love Radha Rani, I love Shri Krishna. That's what I'm doing it. Tat sukha sukhitam. Naradji says in Narad Bhakti Sutra, love means to be happy in the happiness of the beloved. Not what I want. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Hey Shri Krishna, hey Durga, hey Hanuman, my wife is very sick. If she gets better, I will charhawe, I will offer 10 pong of prasad. People do that, they make bargain with Bhagwan. So why don't you offer the prasad before? Well, if I offer the prasad and something go wrong, my wife die, what will happen? I will just waste this prasad? Yeah. This kind of deal we make. Huh? Because that's what we do in the world, and we do the same thing with Bhagwan. We cannot do that. Nishkam should not have any desire. To the point, Bharatji is going to meet Prabhu Shri Ram. He's going to ask Shri Ram to come back to Ayodhya. He's going to Chitrakoot. On the way, he comes to the bank of Sangam. He comes to Sangam, Prayag, the confluence of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. These are three sacred rivers. These are three goddesses. This is not river. These are divine goddesses. The three goddesses personified themselves and stood before Bharat. Because Bharat is Ram himself. There's no difference between Ram and Bharat. One supreme power became four, Chaturvyu. Bharat is there. The three goddesses are standing. Listen to what Bharat says. अर्थ न धर्म न काम रुचि गति न चाहु निखान हो रामा गति न चाहु निखान जन्म जन्म रति राम पद यह वरदानु नान हो रामा यह वरदानु नान सियावर रामचंद्र कर जय शरणम शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम. Listen carefully. You know, many of us claim to be bhakt, devotee. We claim that we are devotees of God. Do you know what devotion means? You want to be a bhakt? Look at Bharat. Look at the life of Bharatji, then you will know what a devotee is. Bharatji, the younger brother of Sri Ram, he shows his bhakti personified. Bharatji puts his hands together and he says, Ma, hey Devi, artana dharmana kama ruchi. I have no desire for wealth, worldly riches. I have no desire for dharma. All you can give me heaven, I don't want heaven. I have no desire for worldly pleasures. Come, I don't have desire even for moksha. Gati na chahau nikan. Janama janama ratiram pad. Yah badadanu na an. Birth after birth. If I have to take uncountable birth in any form, let me have love, selfless love for the lotus feet of Prabhu Shri Ram. This is the only boon I ask for, nothing more. Look, whatever you do, action, you're going to get the fruit of that. You never give dan, charity. You think you're going to get money? Where do we get wealth from? You have any idea? When we give dan, charity, we are supposed, according to Manu Smriti and other scriptures, we are supposed to give 10% of our earning in charity. Dashansh, it is called. How many people do that? And then you complain that I am so poor and this Bhagwan, I don't know, I pray in day and night and I can't get anything. And look at that fella, he doesn't even pray. And he has so much. Because he gave in the past life. You never give. Where are you going to get from? And now you don't have, you can't give again. You can still give. It's 10%. Bhagwan doesn't look at how much we give. He looks at how much we can, how much we're able to give. That's what he looks at. You don't have, you can't give. You have a little bit, you give a little bit. Dashans, 10%. When we don't give, it's a debt we owe to Bhagwan. Then we get punishment. We'll go to hell. We rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. And the next life, not next life, but after millions and billions of lifetime, when we do get human birth again, we'll be born very poor. The punishment for not giving dan, charity, is daridri, poverty. It's the punishment. That's how we get. So you're going to get according to your action, not by saying, hey Lakshmi, hey this one. No, you don't get wealth like that. Pray how so much you want. Who is going to win the lotto is going, that's already decided. You can jump high, jump low. What you're supposed to get, you will get. You can be in the middle of that desert. It will come to you easily without any effort, what you're supposed to get. And you would not get more than you're supposed to, even if you were sitting on the Sumeru Parvat, mountain of gold. You will not get more than you're supposed to. So, one is always happy. Nirashraya. He's no longer depends on anyone or anything in the world. He has no faith in anyone. Yeah, we people, we have faith. This one, we think, oh, this one will help me in that one. That fella have money, so I should be very nice. This one has power. If I be nice to him, I'll get a good job. We depend on others. A true devotee depends only on Bhagwan. He has no dependence on anyone and anything in the world. Only Bhagwan. Because Bhagwan says, Ananyas chintayanto mami jana paripasate tesham nitya bhyuktanam yogakshemam bahamyaham. Chapter 9 verse 22 Geeta. Listen, Shri Krishna says, those who worship me exclusively and surrender themselves wholeheartedly unto me, to them I bring attainment of what they do not have, and I protect what they have. But when you're devotee, because you're devoted, you don't have faith, all you have faith only in Bhagwan. You have taken shelter in Bhagwan alone, you love only Bhagwan. Bhagwan say, I will take care. Don't worry. This is a challenge. But we have to be love. We have to have that love and that surrender to him. Then it will happen. So, he's always satisfied. Nitriptu. और कुछ नहीं करते. He doesn't do anything, although he's fully engaged in activities. He's doing everything in the world. Everything in the world, yet the mind is attached to Sri Krishna. That is called Karma Yoga. तस्मा सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मर युद्ध च. Arjun, tasma sarveshu, at all place, kaleshu, at all time, mamanusmar, attach your heart, your mind to me, and do your duty in the world. God gives the fruit only where the mind is. So since the mind is attached to Bhagavan, whatever you do in the world, you're not going to get either fruit, you're not going to get plus nor negative. Because God doesn't know that. People will say, oh, you should hang Arjun, hang Hanuman. Hanuman killed millions, thousands of Brahman. The whole family of Ravan, Brahman. Ravan was Brahman. Paulus Muni. This is the dynasty. And he killed millions of Brahman, Brahma Hatya. And Bhagwan is writing 0 in the file. Arjun killed millions in the Mahabharata. Bhagwan is writing 0. Why? The world is Gavahi. I bear witness, I saw him killing. Bhagwan says you're blind. You can't see. Because the heart, the mind is in Bhagwan. Hanuman is seen everywhere. Siya Ram mai sab jag jani, karahu pranam jori jug pani. Everywhere he is seen Sitaram, Sitaram. And how can he do that? He's not doing anything. Hanuman, neither Hanuman nor Arjun is doing anything. Bhagwan Krishna said to Arjun, you can't kill, I already kill all of them. Just keep flying bow like this arrow. All is there, they are all dead already. Nor can the self kill, nor the self can be killed. Hanuman doesn't do anything. Ram sitting in Hanuman. Shri Krishna sitting in Arjun. This is how it happened. Nirashi yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigraha shariram kevalam karma kurvanapnoti khil visham. Chapter 4 verse 21. The philosophy is so deep. One of these verse I can take and lecture the whole night, 2 nights, 3 nights. So much philosophy. What is the Nirashi? Nirashi means no desire for the results. Over and over the wanting is being said. This is how a true devotee, this is what a karam yogi is. This is what the true devotee is. He has no desire for the results. Yata chittatma, he's controlled the mind and the intellect. Yata chittatma. Tyakta sarva parigraha. Tyakta sarva parigraha. He's given up the feeling of ownership. Nothing belongs. We have this thing, My house, my muruka, my bank balance, my children, my this, my that. The ownership. Nothing belongs to you, bhaiya. Nothing belongs to me, nothing belongs to you. We sing these bhajan. Beautiful bhajan. ना ये मेरा ना ये तेरा. Nothing belongs to me, bhaiya, nothing belongs to you. मंदिर है भगवान का. पानी उसका, the water belongs to him. भूमि उसकी, the earth, everything belongs to him. सब कुछ उसी महान का. Why you making ownership of that which doesn't belong to you? ना ये तेरा, ना ये मेरा. मंदिर है भगवान का. पानी उसका, भूमि उसी की, सब कुछ उसी महान। ना ये तेरा ना ये मेरा, मंदिर भगवान का। भूमि उसी की, सब कुछ उसी महान। हम सब खेल खिलौने उसके, खेल रहा करतार रे, खेल रहा करतार। उसकी ज्योति सब में रम के, सब में उसका प्यार रे, सब में उसका प्यार रे। मन मंदिर में, मन मंदिर में दर्शन कर ले उन प्राणी को प्राण का। पानी उसका, भूमि उसी की, सब कुछ उसी महान का। ना ये मेरा, मंदिर है भगवान का। तीरथ जाए मंदिर जाए, उन अगणित देव रे, अगणित देव मनाए रे। तीन रूप में राम सामने, देख के नैन फिराए रे, देखकर नैन मन की आँखें, मन की आँखें खुल जाए तो क्या करना। भूमि उसी, हो ना ये तेरा ना ये मेरा, मंदिर है भगवान। कौन है ऊंचा कौन है नीचा, सब है इसी समान रे, सब है एक समान रे। प्रेम की ज्योति जला हृदय में, सब में प्रभु पहचान रे, सब में प्रभु पहचान रे। सरल हृदय को, सरल हृदय को शरण राखे, हरि बोले नादान रे। पानी उसका, भूमि उसी की, सब उसी महान का। ना ये तेरा ना ये मेरा, मंदिर है भगवान का। पानी उसका, भूमि उसी की, सब कुछ उसी महान का। ना ये तेरा ना ये मेरा, ना ये मेरा। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अब इस तरह से not having this ownership, this is very important. You can have a lot or very little. Don't have ownership. Nothing belongs to us. We're just custodians. You have a lot, Bhagwan gave you a lot. You did a lot of dhan, charity in the past life, a lot of devotion. You don't have, he didn't give. Give now whatever you can. But don't have the feeling, don't destroy it. It's Bhagwan's property, so take care. But don't have ownership, don't have the feeling. Shariram kevalam karma. He does action. Even though all of that is there, he keeps performing action. We have to, as long as we live in this world, bhaiya. You can be a sannyasi walking with a stick, but you have to drink water of the world, the water of this world. You have to breathe the air of this world. You have to eat the food of this world. No one can exist without this world. Sit down, sit down. I have plenty of water here. Bhagwan. So, just to keep the body, we have to keep the body healthy. This is important. We're careless. We don't eat the right kind of food. We don't drink the right thing, eat the right thing. We don't exercise, and then lots of problem. Lots of problem. The scriptures tell us don't eat too much. The same Geeta. Yuktahara vayuktas yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya jagato naivacharjuna. Don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Don't sleep too much, don't sleep too little. Don't drink too much, don't drink too little. Do everything in a moderate and scientific way. Eat the right kind of food. Don't destroy all the vitamins and everything. And then eat. Yeah, we have to eat to keep the body healthy. So eat the right thing, the correct thing. This thing they call this tongue. Once, a doctor told my guru, Sri Maharaji, you should lose a few pounds. Your weight has gotten a little too much, lose a few pounds. So, in 1 week, Sri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, he just lost about 5 kilos. In 1 week, the doctor was so surprised. 5 kilos, a little more than 10, almost 12 pounds, right? In 1 week. So, then Maharaji said to the doctor, hey, bhais, tarike, big and fat. You told me I should lose a few pounds. Why don't you lose some weight? Bhais tarike, big and fat like a bhais, water buffalo. He says, Maharaji, he pointed the tongue. I can't control this thing. We know something is bad. You see the sugar, the white sugar especially, it's very dangerous. It's poison. You know how to make that? How it's refined? There's poison in there. The white flour, the white rice, when they polish it, everything is taken out. And that's the one. We're not going to eat the whole wheat flour. You tell somebody eat some lagoon rice, the one that's just taken from the field, and you just pound it, you don't polish it. That has everything. It's called wild rice nowadays. It's sold in the groceries, more expensive than the refined one, than the white one. But that's the one that is healthy. It has everything in there. I'm not going to eat it. So, he takes care of the body only for the welfare, to upkeep the body. And such a person Because he no longer has desire, the results for the desires, the mind and the senses is under control. He has no feeling of ownership. He incurs no sin. Or paap nahi. Whatever action he performs, because it's only for upkeep in the body, he's not looking for results. Yad chalabh santushto dvandvatito vimatsara samaha siddhava siddhaucha kritvapi nanibadhyate. Chapter 4, verse 22, Geeta. Yad chalabh santushta. This is very important. To be satisfied with whatever you have. Yatha labh santosha. In the Ramayana, Bhagwan Shri Ram is explaining Naudha Bhakti to Shabari. And he says to Shabari, Shabari, the 8 type of devotion. Listen. अष्टम जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हूँ नहीं देखहि पर दोषा जय राम श्री राम अष्टम जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हूं नहीं देखहि पर दोषा. Bhagwan himself, the Lord is saying, our supreme beloved Lord is saying, hey Shabari, the 8 type of devotion is to be contented, whether in gain or loss. Whether you get or you don't get. When we have everything that we want and we think we can get what we want, we are so happy and jai ho, jai ho. When you lose everything, when things don't go the way you want, are you still happy? Are you still satisfied? No. Then we start cursing and we even want to curse Bhagwan and I believe in no Bhagwan anymore. And, hey Bhagwan. You see, why only a devotee can think like this. Why? Because one, he has a knowledge that whatever happens to me is as a result of actions I have performed in my past life. Purva janma kritam karma tad daivamiti kathyate hitopadesh. What is destiny? This thing we call destiny, fate, luck. It's written in some book. Somebody can read and tell you. Is in the stars? No. The actions I have performed in my past life, out of the free will that God has given to me, that becomes my destiny in the next life. In this life, it is called Purusharth, actions that bears fruits. Only human being can do that. In the next life, the name changes, that's all. The name changes to Bhagya, destiny. In other words, we are the maker of our destiny. So I have full faith. People say, Jaisi karani, vaisi karani, jaisi bharani. As you sow, you shall reap, but how much believe in that? We say it just like that, just for everybody to hear. It's a nice thing to say. But how many believe? As you make your bed, so you shall sleep. We say all these things. But do we believe in it? Do we have that faith in the scriptures? So no one blames, no one, we should not blame the neighbor and blame this one and blame that one. And we can't definitely blame Bhagavan. But the one to blame, we ourselves will never blame ourselves. Nobody wants to do that. And that's the one we have to, because we are the one. So he has the knowledge, number one. Number two, who is given the fruit? Who gives the fruit of our action? Shri Krishna says, I give the fruit. I, Shri Krishna. So if I love Bhagavan, if I'm a devotee, then everything Bhagavan gives me is prasad. I love it because my Lord, my beloved Lord has given it. A devotee accepts everything as prasad. That's why Bhagavan Shri Ram is saying to Shabari, you have this. You have all of them. If you have one, it's very good, but you have all 9. To be contented whether in gain or loss. Shabari never complained. She lived in the forest. She didn't have anything. People will curse and throw stone and tell her the worst thing. She never complained. What does Shabari have, bhaiya? She had nothing at the point that she had just, when the Lord, she knew the Lord was coming, all she had was some bed. There's a plum called bed. It looks yellow when it's ripe, but you don't know if it's sweet or sour. The only way you can know by tasting it. What did Shabari do? She tasted. And the one that tasted sweet, she kept them in the basket. The one wasn't sweet, she threw it away. And every day she did like that. When the Lord really came, she gave those to Bhagavan. God, we're not supposed to give jhuta. When you taste something, it's called jhuta. We don't eat and offer to Bhagavan. We offer and then we take prasad. But Shabari is doing that. Yes, don't do that. When you eat Shabari stage, then we can do that. And Bhagavan ate with great relation. He's saying to Lakshman, we ate Raj Bhog in Janakpur. We got so much of delicacy. Nothing could compare to the sweetness of these plums that were tasted by Shabari. Why? Because he's eaten the love of Shabari. Lakshman threw them on the side. He's gone. The same bear had to save his life. So, to be contented. Dvandatito vimatsaraha. Dvand means opposites. Atit means beyond. One is beyond opposites. Neither cold nor heat affects him. It's very hot, jai ho. Very cold, jai ho. Somebody is abusing, jai ho. Somebody is insulting, jai ho. Somebody is praising, jai ho. Tulya ninda sutirmauni santushto yena kenachit aniketa sthiramatir bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Chapter 12, verse 19, Geeta. In every situation, he's the same. Whether you scold, whether you insult or you praise, whatever you do. The same. Because he sees the hands of Bhagavan everywhere. That I'm lacking in some way. That's why this is happening. Is to help me. I can't see my own fault. I have to fix it. How many of us can think like that? When you have bhakti, then samaha siddha siddhau. Siddha means siddhau means success. Asiddhau, failure. Whether it's failed, whether everything has failed, or everything is a success. Same way. Samaha. There's no change. Ooh. I'm reading Geeta. Didn't make up this thing, chapter 4, verse 22. I'm not making it up. Go and check it out for yourself. Some of you might think, what he must have made up this thing, man. Who can be like that? Because we can't be like that. Or, kritvapi na nibadhyate. He's not bound by any action. Nothing bounds such a soul. Whether you do good or bad. Because this is the condition, this is the true karma yogi, this is the true devotees. The karma yogi means here bhakt, devotee. Then we can say we are bhakt, devotee. These are ideals we have to aim for. Don't think one day it will happen. No, from now we have to start. That one day I will know God, one day I will, and then I'll become like that. No, bhaiya. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Chapter 6, verse 35. Constant practice and detachment. It's not going to happen by itself. We have to do the constant sadhana. We have to practice. Listen to the philosophy of a true saint. Put into practice. Don't be lazy and careless, and then you tumble all over the place and you have no idea what to do and what's going on because you never listen, never put into practice. And this is going to happen. Gata sangasya muktasya jnana vastita chetasaha yagyaya charataha karma samagram praviliyate. Gata sangasya. Gat means free. He's free from all attachment. Doesn't have attachment for any person, object in the world. He's free from all attachment. Muktasya doesn't identify with the body. Videha. I'm not the body, I'm soul, Atma. Curse me, insult me, do whatever you want. Not me. You cannot touch the soul, Atma. Nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam klidayantyapu, na shoshati marutaha. Chapter 2, verse 23, Geeta. You can't affect the soul. You cannot be burned by fire, cut by weapon, wet by water, not dried by the wind. It's the same forever. You curse how much you want, insult how much you want. You want to cut the body, fine. That's not me. I'm not the body. I'm soul, Atma. That is untouched. No one can do anything to that. Muktasya. Jnana vastita chetasaha. That means the mind is centered in true knowledge. Because now he has gotten that knowledge from Guru. Then you can be a bhakt. If you don't have knowledge, you cannot be a bhakt. Yeah, you can chant Radhe Radhe how much you want and Hare Krishna, Hare Ram how much you want. But if you don't do bhakti, if you don't surrender, if you don't have love for Bhagavan, then this is not going to happen. You have to practice sadhana, practice to love, do Roop Dhyan. Then this will happen. Yagyaya charataha karma. Action. He performs action only for Sri Krishna. Offers everything to God. Everything he offers to God. Yat karoshi dashnasi, yat josya dasyat, yat tapasasi kauntya tat kurushuma darpanam. Chapter 9, verse 27, Geeta. Whatever action you perform, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, offer to Bhagwan first, then partake. He offers every action he does for Bhagwan. So then what happens with such a soul? Samagram paviliyate. He eventually attains godization. He merges into Bhagwan, he attains Bhagwan. This is the ultimate aim. There's much more, but I will stop the katha here tonight. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Geeta Maiya ki jai, Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.